Hello friends, welcome to Into Fly Fishing. I'm Nick Jovanovich and I'm here to talk to you today about the roll cast. A little bit before we start getting going here, if you don't mind liking this video, following us, that's a huge help. We do all this stuff with our own time. We buy our own equipment. It takes a lot of time, effort, money to bring these videos to you. So any kind of support we can get really helps us out. So we appreciate it. Thank you very much. For those of you who've already mastered or are at least somewhat proficient in your standard 10 and 2 single hand fly casting, the next logical thing to add to your casting arsenal would be a roll cast. Why would you want to add a roll cast to your arsenal? Well, there's a couple of reasons. Really, the biggest reason is because you're fishing up against some sort of structure behind you. Tight trees, willows, a bridge, what have you. It's just a really nice thing to throw into your arsenal. Not only that, but it's an efficient way to do a recast. So say I made a placement out into the water and I didn't like it. I thought maybe I should push it a little further out. Instead of going back and recasting everything again, I can just lift and do another roll cast and push out another few feet. And I'm like, okay, is that good? Yes or no? If I like it, I drift it. If not, I can throw even another successive roll cast as well. So what are the mechanics of a good roll cast? Well, first of all, what we have to do is we have to create tension and load in the rod and in the line. And in your standard back cast, your 10 and 2 cast, your single hand fly rod cast, you're doing that by pushing and pulling through the rod and making it like a bow and arrow, loading the rod to let it release and throw your line. We're kind of doing that here with the roll cast as well, but we're creating our load, our stretch on the line mostly, and then we push forward down through the rod to put tension on the rod and transfer that energy down the line to our flies. So what it looks like is this. Let's do it in a little close-up version here, and then we'll show you on the water. Okay, I'm already going to have my line out on the water. What I need to do to start the roll cast is I need to draw my rod up and toward me, and I'm not going to come too far back. I don't want to come way back over here, and I don't really want to pause. I did that because I needed to show you how I was doing it. Once you start that tension, you don't want to pause. Once you get to where you need to be, then I push forward and down, out, kind of extend my arm out like so. And what that does is that lifting puts tension on the line. We're dragging the water to create tension on the line, and we're keeping that until we get our rod tip up high enough to where I can punch it down and out, get a little extension, a little snap of the wrist going out and forward, and that will translate all that energy going down through the rod, and it'll roll the line over, going out into the water, and you'll see that loop go all the way to the fly as your fly rolls over, and you can get a recast, a new location, a little further out, readjust your presentation very easily that way. One quick note on drawing your rod tip back to you. You kind of could see that I had my rod up and to the side like this. I was coming off to the side like this. And that is because if I come straight toward me, first of all, the line, as I'm pulling the line back in from the water, it's coming straight to me. So then when I push down through the rod, my loop is going to come up and it's going to hit my rod, or it's going to come and hit me. What I want to do, like I was saying, is I keep my rod tip off to the side, and that keeps the line off to the side of my rod, and so that's not going to happen. Second of all, you don't, again, want to draw your rod tip too far back behind you. You don't want that line to loop back behind you. We're doing this because there's some structure back here, some trees or a bridge or a cliff or what have you. So we don't want to bring our rod tip too far back because that's going to throw that line back up into whatever structure we're trying to avoid, okay? We want our flies to be out in front of us. I'm going to draw back. I'm not going to wait till our flies come really close. I'm just going to do it long enough just to get some tension on everything. And then I'm going to push down and out and translate that energy out into the water like so. All right, so I have this hot pink bobber, sorry, strike indicator. I don't want to make anybody upset. Just so you can see everything as it happens, okay? Should be nice and visible. Now, to start the roll cast, of course, I'm going to need a little bit of line off my reel here. I need a little bit of extra line so I can cast it back out a little further than I have it right now. Pinching firmly here, you can see the pink indicator out there. I'm going to lift that rod tip, create tension on the line. I'm going to push down and forward with my hand and get a good snap down with my thumb and my thumb pad down through the cork at the end of the roll cast here, okay? Put a little tension and push it out. A little bit of tension and push it out. See how I'm gaining a little bit of distance there? The line's not coming back into the camera. It's not coming back behind me. I'm keeping everything out in front of me that way. See, I got a little bit of tension on that little bit of current there. That's great. Drawing the rod tip back, and I'll push out. Draw the rod tip back off to the side. I'm going to push out. Very simple method. It does take a little bit of practice to feel that, to get that loop to roll out nicely and travel down the line all the way to the fly. But I promise you, with a little bit of effort, you're going to get there. And this is a really, really important cast to add to your arsenal. Now, if you can see, just shy of the fast water there, my peak indicator is quite a ways away. And I can do this cast even with a lot of line out. All I need to do is add some tension. I'm going to push down firmly and get that to roll all the way out to the end again. See that? Nice turnover. There you go. I hope you enjoyed that demonstration. And again, get practice on that one. Add it to the repertoire. It's really going to help you out in certain situations. So thank you. This is Into Fly Fishing. I'm Nick Jovanovich. Like, follow us. We really appreciate you. And we'll see you again out here soon.